I'm on the move. Yeah. I'm getting on. Ooh. I'm breaking out. Oh. And it won't take it long. Hey, it's Ahsante, and I've moved 12 times since I graduated from college 2 years ago. I've moved down the coast, I've moved down the street, I've moved back home, I've moved away from home twice. Sublets, Airbnbs, walk-ups, shared homes, apartments. I don't want to say that I've done it all, but I know what I'm talking about. And you know what? As a young adult hustling, trying to be out here, trying to get it, you gotta do what you gotta do. So whether you're moving for school, for a new job, for a great opportunity, for a change of scene, for a change of roommates, been there, here are a few moving do's and don'ts that can help you to get the heck out. Don't feel like you have to buy boxes. When I was on campus, there was always a Habitat for Humanity pop-up that always had used boxes at the end of the school year. You can also check your local grocery store, drugstore, pharmacy, restaurants to see if they'll give you their boxes that they were probably just gonna chuck out anyways. If you're in an apartment with a recycling area, you might find some boxes there. And if you know you're going to be moving, then the next time you order something off Amazon, just save the box. You can get a really nice collection going for free. If you do have to buy boxes, then you can find them at an office supply store or a hardware store like Home Depot. I suggest you gather at least 2 more boxes than you think you'll need. It's so hard to judge how much stuff you have when you're going to pull it all out and pack it all up. Don't wait until the last minute to plan your move. I know, procrastination, it's hard to avoid, but this is something that cannot wait until the last minute. Particularly if it's a big move, book a vehicle as far in advance as possible. My first big move, I thought, 2 weeks in advance? That's plenty of time to make a reservation. I should be able to find a truck, no problem. What I didn't realize is that actually the entire city of Boston moves on September 1st. And so 2 weeks out from my September 1st move in Boston, I go to get a truck and all the U-Hauls in the entire city are booked. All the budget cars, all the moving companies. This is when I discovered that Zipcar had cargo vans, and there were a few cargo vans left in the city. So I signed up for Zipcar, and I wound up renting a van that was 30 minutes across town. The lessons from that are 1, thank goodness for the modern ride-sharing economy, and 2, wow, a month is not too early to start planning your move. Do consider moving on a weeknight. Moving on a weeknight is much cheaper. There are more cars available. Zipcars are cheaper if you're going that route. The roads are not as busy at night, so the actual travel is quicker. People are less busy using the elevators and going in and out, so you can do what you need to do without being in people's way. And with less people around, you can worry less about leaving stuff in the hallway or propping a door open. Also, your friends might be more available if you're hitting them up after work. For me, moving at night has been much less stressful. 10 out of 10 would recommend. Don't feel like you need to hire movers. I've never hired movers, and I've had a variety of help or lack of help throughout my moves. I've moved relying on myself and the kindness of strangers and occasionally helpful roommates. I've often moved with just one other friend and with as many as 5 other friends, which was wonderful. So if you have friends in the area, just ask them. Good friends help friends move. Like, honestly, that's the real test of friendship. Like, will you carry my mattress up 3 flights of stairs with me? Like, that's when you know. This is another reason to plan weeks, if not a month in advance, because you have to find a friend to help and then schedule the move and the vehicle around their schedule as well. And now some packing tips. Don't pack everything in boxes. Use tote bags and backpacks that you already have. You can fit them in among the boxes and it'll be more space efficient. Pillows and blankets are great for going in plastic trash bags. That way you can just toss them on top of everything and they're super flexible. Plastic trash bags are also just great to have on hand just in case you run out of boxes. I'm not trying to be classy, I'm just trying to get out. You can use paper shopping bags for groceries or things that you'll want to unpack immediately. Paper bags are also great for lining up tall bottles so they don't tip over, placing a bit of cardboard between the bottles so they don't clink. And one pro tip for packing opened bottles is to use electrical tape to seal the cap on to ensure that it doesn't spill. Electrical tape is kind of self-stick and forms a plastic-like seal but doesn't have any adhesive, so it's perfect for bottles. Do use all the space you have. Roll up t-shirts and clothes so they're condensed. Stuff boots and shoes with socks. Stuff your water bottles with tights or underwear. Don't worry, I'll wash the bottles out when you get there, and those underwear are clean. Right? The space inside your mini fridge you can use for lightweight sweaters. Take advantage of the crevices. Another pro tip is to pack similar items together, all kitchenware together, all electronics together, all shoes together, etc., and label the boxes with the rough contents. This will make unpacking a lot easier, and it also makes clear which boxes are more fragile than others. Leave boxes open for a while as you pack so that you can gather similar items and parts from across the house. Don't buy packing peanuts or extra padding for boxes. Use clothing as padding. You're gonna have to pack it anyway. It's great for going between dishes and filling up extra space. You can also use old newspapers, which are cheap and recyclable, and you can use paper towels, which you can also use later to wipe down the new place when you arrive. Pro tip, if you're moving locally within a city, then make a small scale run in a car beforehand. You can take an Uber or Lyft, but this is a great way to transport awkward or delicate things like lamps and mirrors that you don't want to be worried about on moving day. Another pro tip is to pack a last-minute bag. This tote bag should be one of the last things you pack. It should have your essentials like your toothbrush and face wash that you'll need the day of the move and that you'll want to have handy right after the move. There's nothing like finishing a sweaty move and not knowing where you packed your shower soap. This bag should also have any tools that you use to break down your furniture so that again, it's super easy to find when you're setting up your new place. If you're moving a mattress, do use a mattress bag or at least have one on hand. It's nice to keep the mattress from getting too dirty, but more importantly, it works for keeping the mattress dry if it decides to rain on moving day. No one likes a soggy mattress. Gross. Ew. Don't drive the moving van alone if possible. Along with enlisting friends to help with moving boxes and furniture, it's nice to have someone with you as you're navigating a large vehicle that you're probably not used to driving. And it's great to have someone who will notice when the door has slipped open and your belongings are spilling out into the street. May or may not have happened to me before. Thanks, Jess. And allow yourself as much time as possible throughout the move. I now know to give myself 2 full days of packing so that I don't have to make a mad dash. Packing the night before a move has proven unsuccessful. I've tried it so that you don't have to. Fellow procrastinators, trust me on this. And on the day of the move, give yourself at least 4 hours from start to finish. I've taken up to 8 hours to move, and ironically that was my shortest move, 3 minutes down the street, but I also had things going in a lot of different directions, to storage, to Goodwill, to my apartment, and there was a lot of orchestrating to do. And you just never know what's gonna go wrong on the day, so you wanna give yourself enough buffer time. If you do rent a zip van, rent it half an hour before you think you'll actually need it, and then get there on time. With a zip van, the person who had it before you might be late, you might need to fill up the car with gas, you might get to the car and the battery has died and they need to assign you to a new zip van, also may or may not have happened to me. And along those lines, don't make any other plans on the day of the move, give yourself as much time as you can. I don't care who's having that big party, don't plan on going, because you're exhausted, and probably a little sore, and probably a little crabby, because moving sucks, but you're gonna make it. I believe in you.
Never again. So much work. Until next year. I
make videos about young adult living, social issues, and culture, so if you're into that, then you should subscribe to get new videos from me every week. And a huge thanks to my Patreon patrons for supporting this channel and helping me to grow. My patrons' names are listed in the description. As always, remember to live spiritedly and think creatively, and I will see you next time. What's been making me happy this week is the fact that my video did really well, the one I put out on Monday. Wow. Thanks, guys. I've really just been working my day job and making videos nonstop, and that's pretty much been it. Based on the response from that video, I do want to make a video on affirmations and probably another one about gratitude journaling, so you can look out for those. And also, I'm planning on doing some back-to-school videos. I have a bunch of stuff on Harvard that I meant to do, my Harvard acceptance story, which people have been asking about since I made that last video about how I got into Harvard, so that is definitely coming. Well, I'm gonna go not move again because I've already done that 12 times in the past 2 years. I'll be right back. Got me a Cadillac, got me a Cadillac, car.